beautiful, what's good? It's your girl Chris Corio here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I don't see me for a long time, but the girl I've been trying all kind of different things, including how to formalize my business on here on YouTube a little bit more. And I have reached a point where I have my own website now. I've shared this with you guys several times, but many of you choose not to visit my website. Please visit chriscorio.com and patronize my website, support the thing, so I can give them more free things over here. So it's a two-end street, guys. If I don't have the resources to get the free things, I can't get the free things. So go over to my website, join Chris Fit Online every now and then, support the group, be a part of the community of women supporting women. We have monthly freebies that we give away, but I only share that with the people who have subscribed to my mailing list. So get to it. Be a part of that mailing list. Today, my darlings, we're going to be doing a little bit of sensual dancing. I'm teaching you how to do different types of rolls with your body. Okay? Not with your dumbbell, them with your body. Okay? So, I'm going to be every so often looking over my board because you know, see, a girl is organized. I'm personality A, so I can't come on here and wing it. I know some don't like to wing things, and that's not what I'm used to, right? I like structure. So, the first thing is we're doing a body roll where I'm going to sit down on the ground like this, right? If you follow my Instagram page, maybe you would have seen me doing this particular movement. Now, in the Caribbean, our body rolls start from in our pelvis. And if you don't know where the pelvis is, your pelvis is down here, so them bone you down here, so this make up your pelvis. Yeah, okay? That's your pelvic area. So, sorry. I know. Calm down, okay? I know when you see me live in a class tomorrow, you're going to laugh after me, leave me alone, okay? I've got to teach people how I can teach people, how I know they'll get it. Layman's term. We're going to do a body roll with the pelvis. And what I want you to do is a series of thinking of the pelvis as a bucket, and you fill it with water, and you can empty the pelvis, empty the bucket. This is the rim of the bucket here. So if you tilt it down, you're emptying water onto my exercise mat. When you tilt it back, you're emptying water back, right? So empty the water forward, catch the water back, empty it back way. Water forward, water back. Water forward, water back. Water forward, water back. You understand what I'm saying? Let me show you. This is the rim of the bucket. This is the bucket down here, sir, right? This here is the bucket. So when you go here, the bucket empties this way. When you come up, scoop the water, and the bucket then empties back way. I think we're gonna get it. So I'm gonna do it with the hands them now. So the hands them, if you have the range in your hips to bring the legs up this much, great. If not, bring them out. You can even allow the toes to ease up off the floor if that's comfortable for you. Practice these exercises on your bed. They're good for bedroom time, bedroom stories with your man. So, all you gotta do is roll forward, roll back, roll forward, and back. Let's do this 10 times. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So now you can have the hands back here like I did just now, or you can put the hands right by the knees. Sometimes I find that using the hands by the knees helps me to pull my body forward, thereby increasing the amount of activation I have in my erector spinae muscles, my back muscles, my spine. So I'm gonna go so here and I pull myself forward. So there's an effort here, pulling myself forward and coming back. I come into the little arch curve around the back, then slink it through again and back. Slink and back. Slink and back. Slink and back. So let's do this way, holding onto the legs 10 times. Boy, I'm loving it, you know. 3, 2, 1. And 1, and back. 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, back. 5, back. And I'm still rolling here, the pelvis back. 6, 7, 8, 9, flick it back, 10, flick it back. All right. So the next type of body roll we're going to be doing is a bridge body roll. Now for the bridge body roll, it's the same thing, babies. It starts in the pelvis. So you lie down on your back, and all you're going to be doing is you're going to tuck the pelvis forward, and then you're going to arch your back, release it back. So here, tuck it and come back. Arch the back, tuck it under and down. Arch and down. Arch and down. So let me do it slow motion. Scoop the bottom back to start. You have a little bit of space in the back. And then you come up, curve it under, and come down with a rounded back. Curve it back, snake back, and down. Snake it back, and down. Snake it back, and down. And then one of the things that I like to tell persons too, that you can engage your punani muscles when you're doing this. I just said that, my punani muscles. The muscles deep inside your pelvis that are referred to as the kegels. You heard this here first. So you go back, squeeze them, and up, release them. And that is excellent. I'm going to give you something that may be a little bit too much for girls who are a little bit more conservative, but this is great. For example, if you're riding somebody and you're able to do those kegels while you're also using those pelvic movements, the pelvic thrust movements, because it also adds a little bit of pizzazz to your lovemaking. So here we go. Here and down, here and down. And I am actively squeezing my punani muscles here. I come up, I squeeze them. As I come down, I release. I tilt my pelvis back, squeeze them up and down. Let's do this 10 times, girls. 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice how I flick the butt back before I get up. 7, 8, 9. Let me slow down. Number 10. I'm going to sweep it back, arch in the back, come up, squeeze the pelvis as I pull everybody down. Now, to make these movements more sensual, all you need to do is just add the hands. So, for example, if I was to do 5 more reps, it would look like this. Fingertips and down, 2, down, 3, exciting, sending beautiful electrical signals through the body. So you're waking up the sensuality, sensual, sexy goddess within you. All right. And that's how you do the bridge body roll. And now, babies, we're going to be moving on to another exercise that I've seen both men and women do this. It's a hip off the floor body roll. There may be a formal name for this. I don't know what that name is. So what I'm going to show you, it's like we've started in the beginning body roll here. But just now, as I said, it's a hip off the floor body roll, right? So now what you're going to be doing, if you're a Jamaican, this is like a reverse butterfly. So the legs will go out and in. Now, because the legs are going out and sucking in, the pelvis is going to follow suit. So look at what happens. Here, my pelvis is going up. I carry the legs in as I tuck and pull down. So here, 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 here. Okay? And now you can use the muscles going up along the spine as much as is tolerated for you. The arms might start to get a little bit fatigued. So if you cannot do as many as 10 reps, do only 3. Do 10 if you can. If you can do more than that, do more than that. Okay? So we're going to do this now 10 times. I'm going to do it relatively slow. And then we're going to move on to the next movement. All right? And there really isn't much to do in terms of making this sensual. If you're able to balance on one hand, For example, it can go into here. But then if my ladies, if some of you are complaining, for example, that being on 2 arms is too much, then you probably should just stick to here with the arms here. And then the height, how high you lift your hips. Remember, these are heavy, right? Even if you're a skinny girl, your hips are heavy. Those are big bones to lift. If you lift it all the way up here, it's going to be harder versus if you kept the weight lower here closer to that. So we're going to do 10 reps of this. On the 6th to 10th rep, I'm going to sensualize it in my own way. And I invite you to do the same. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Technique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get ready. 6, 7. Look at the hands. 8, 9, 10. Okay? So those are body rolls with the hips elevated. So now we're going to be doing one of my favorite types of body rolls. This one is by itself very sensual, very suggestive. Now what I'm going to do to facilitate protection of my knees and comfort, because typically whenever I do these exercises, I'm on my bed, I'm entertaining if I do have a partner at the time, I'm entertaining my partner. So I open my legs. There are different ways of doing a reverse wind. And I'm gonna drop a link in the caption or above here, but if you don't see the link, sometimes it doesn't pop up. Look in the caption, you will see it. A reverse wind tutorial of how to do these particular movements. Okay, not very easy, but it can be done. So you have different tiers of reverse wind. It really has to do with how comfortable you feel, my baby. So you can be here where the toes are curled here, right? Hips hovering above, or hips seated on the heels, or unfold the ankles, hips hovering above the heels, or hips seated on the heels and slightly in between, nestled in between the heels. Okay? So what I'm going to be doing now is a reverse wind with the body roll. Now this is really, really easy when it's done on like a loose surface. So for example, a bed with like a sheet spread over the bed, because then the sheet, it glides over the knees and allows you to slide a little bit more. Now this is pretty sticky. It's an exercise mat designed to increase friction so you don't slide all over the place. So it's not the best surface to practice on. All right, so perhaps another day I will show you how to do these movements on the bed. So here we go. From here, all you're going to do is here. So what I do, I start the curve. So I start my curve here. So if my booty is this way, right? I have a curve in my lower back to start, and then I curve it under. All the movements, remember I said in the beginning, Caribbean, sensual, dance movements start in the pelvis, not the back. So we go here, and it goes back. I'm exaggerating. Under, form a C with the body, and it curves back. So the pelvis is essentially doing here, here, here. You get me? So it goes here. And do that with your pelvis. Focus on the pelvis and you'll see how the rest of the body starts to just naturally move, because this other end of the spine is doing the movement. Okay, so let's do that. And we're going to try it 10 times together. For more advanced persons, sometimes what can happen freely, you will find, is that when you move, the body starts to move with it as well, right? So the knees will start to move in and out, in, out, in. Okay, as I said, this mat is very sticky, so it's sticking to my skin. But that's something you can definitely try on a different surface if you're not already on a softer surface. So let's get it. 10 reps. 3, 2, 1. Slow motion. 1 and back. 2 and back. 3 and back. 4 and back. 5, and front, 6, and make it sensual. Add the hands, look back at it, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can rest a little bit off of this one. I'm going to show you another way of doing this that it's not as exaggerated. So all I want you to do is, it's a very subtle, couples only know what's happening type of movement. So what you're going to do, you're on your knees just like this, and you're just going to move here. 1, like a bubble gum, like bubble gum. Like, you know what you're doing with your mouth, you're doing with your hips. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So what we can do right now is add all the movements together. I will probably just do 4 of each. Okay. So here we go. Starting with the seated hips on floor body roll. 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it up into the bridge. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, hips off the floor at all times. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then we go into our reverse wine position, body roll, and we get it. 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I hope this was helpful for you. The last thing we're going to be doing now is just putting everything together and slowly improvising, being creative, and transitioning through the movements. So I'm not going to be doing any counts. Let's just kind of perform this together. Let's get it. Play your favorite music. 3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time. Hi ladies, if you've been enjoying my tutorials thus far and you want to join me live, feel free to click the link in the caption or the link right here. I have live sessions that are going to be starting or resuming in January 6th to January 31st. What I do is I run challenges, babes. So the next one is going to be a boot camp focused on weight loss. So it's going to be run Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 6 to 7 Jamaican time. And the cost is only $100 US. If you are interested in joining that, you can come through. It's an hour each session. And then on Fridays, persons who sign up for the full program, whether you're my one-to-one client or you're my group client, then you have full access to the dance classes, which are open to persons who pay for dance-only packages. So if you've been watching and you're enjoying what you're seeing, come through and join CrossFit community. We are not just about working out. It's a community of women supporting women.